Does your anxiety send you to food? If you turn to food in any way to manage your anxiety, then do not go anywhere because in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you two proven techniques to actually eliminate anxiety in the moment. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you the secret to actually getting rid of anxiety for good. So if you're excited about this topic, make sure to like this video so I know to make more videos like this for you. Hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a new video. And in case you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Debbie Lichter, food addiction expert and founder of the Freedom Embodied Academy. And I help high-achieving women who know what to do when it comes to their struggle with food, but who still fall back in the sabotage cycle, actually have freedom from food addiction and food obsession so that you can feel comfortable in your skin and have the confidence to be authentically you and shine your light in the world. So let's get into these first two tools to eliminate anxiety in the moment. And then, as I promised, I'm going to share with you how to get rid of anxiety for good. So the first tool here is to get grounded in your body. So here's the thing, is that even though with anxiety, we can have some physical symptoms like a pounding heart or sweaty palms or short breath, usually when we are experiencing anxiety, we are not actually home inside of our bodies. We're usually up in our heads, future tripping about something that may or may not happen, getting really worried, trying to figure things out, planning 5 steps ahead. We are not in our bodies at all. And this can actually trigger even more anxiety, right? And what it really does is it robs us of being present in the moment. So when we're not present in the moment, it can feel really destabilizing. And this is one thing that happens when you are feeling anxious. And so one of the beautiful ways to cut through all of that anxiety in the moment is to get present. And one of the best ways to get present is to do an embodiment practice, to get present inside of your body. Now, two of my favorite practices, the first one is this grounding and rooting practice to get inside of your body. Another one is called the turn up the volume practice. Both of these practices are really simple. They just take a couple of seconds. And I actually have really, really clear instructions for both of these practices in my Instant Embodiment Reset Guide. I'm just going to leave a link in the description box below for you to download that for free. And there's 3 other practices there that can support you in the moment. But this is a tremendous tool to support you to eliminate anxiety in the moment, is to go from being up in your head and feeling overwhelmed to just landing in your body and getting present. Okay, so the second tool for eliminating anxiety in the moment is to feel what is underneath the anxiety. So here's what's important to get, is that anxiety is not a feeling. Anxiety is what we feel when we don't want to feel what is underneath the anxiety, which is actually something that I go more into in this video right here. So my recommendation is that when anxiety crops up, the way to eliminate it in the moment is to stop whatever you're doing, stop the thinking, get present inside of your body and see if you can just go one layer deeper of noticing what is actually going on underneath the anxiety. I remember doing this so distinctly one day. This was some years ago because I don't experience anxiety anymore, but I remember it so distinctly. It was a Saturday and I was feeling so anxious and I was going about my errands, and I remember coming out of the supermarket and getting into my car and feeling so anxious, and for no apparent reason, right? And I decided to do this. I decided just to stop what I was thinking, stop what I was doing, close my eyes, go within, and just start to get present to what was underneath that anxious feeling. And what I got present to was the deepest feeling of loneliness. And I realized that I was running around in my day, being busy, having all these errands and all these to-dos because I was trying to distract myself from the feeling of being alone and being totally lonely and not having anything else to do. when we give ourselves the gift of really going underneath what the anxious feeling is and just settling in with what's really going on, it is such a gift because we can access a deeper experience. What's really happening? Am I sad? Am I afraid? Am I feeling lonely? Am I feeling ashamed? And we can give ourselves the space to have our authentic experience without trying to fix it or change it. And here's what's really, really important in order to implement this technique really, really effectively is to make sure to stay in the sensation of the emotion or feeling instead of the story of the emotion or feeling. So you want to just track in your body where you're actually feeling that. For me, I felt the loneliness in my throat. And so all my attention and awareness went into the feeling of just being constricted at my throat. And every time my mind wanted to start playing out the storyline of why I felt like I had that feeling, I just brought it back into the actual sensation. And here's what is so powerful is that when you stay in the sensation of the emotion or the feeling for just a couple of minutes without going into the story, it will actually start to shift, to integrate, to dissipate, to move on. It will actually move because emotion is like energy in motion. It wants to move. When we try to bottle it up and stuff it down, that's where it can start to energetically abscess inside of us. What we resist persists. And so this is a really, really powerful way, again, to cut through that surface level or surface layer of anxiety and really get to the heart of the matter. Okay, so those are two incredibly effective tools at how to eliminate anxiety in the moment. But now let's talk about how to be rid of anxiety for good. There is so much information out there that really points to anxiety being a mental issue. What I want to talk about here is how anxiety is not a mental issue. Anxiety is actually a spiritual issue. So there was a brilliant American mystic and writer and monk named Thomas Merton who said anxiety is the mark of spiritual insecurity. This is exactly what we're talking about, right? This feeling of not being okay inside at a deep, deep core level. I'm not going to get what I need. I'm going to maybe lose what I have. I'm not okay. I'm not safe. These are deeper than feelings. These are spiritual issues. And so ultimately, if you want to be free from anxiety, and frankly, if you want to be free from food addiction and food obsession, it's all the same thing. It's all about learning how to cultivate an internal state of okayness, no matter what is going on around you, that internal state of ease and comfort, no matter what is going on around you. Now, this is part of a deeper journey, which is why I don't say this is what you do to eliminate it in the moment, because it's part of a deeper journey. This is what we do in the Freedom Embodied Academy, because what I find is that absolutely connecting in your body is a powerful thing to do. Getting real with what you feel underneath the anxiety, another powerful practice. But when I witness women having lasting freedom from anxiety, from food addiction, from food obsession, from overeating, from stress eating, from emotional eating, it's because they have accessed this deeper experience of internal okayness, the feeling of I'm okay, I have what I need, I'm going to get what I need. In each moment, I'm being perfectly provided for. And these are all things that we can kind of, maybe in our minds, we can say, oh yeah, no, I believe that. I believe the universe has my back, or I believe that, God, can answer every single prayer, or whatever the theory is. But what we're talking about here is actually embodying it, is moving through your life where you feel at a deep, deep level, I'm okay. I'm okay no matter what. Even if there are some external circumstances or situations or conditions that are not okay. Even if I have some health things going on that don't feel okay, but I, at a deep level, feel okay. This is so powerful. And my friends, I promise you that when you can embody this, and it is possible to embody this is what we teach in the academy, this is what women are able to embody. When you embody this, anxiety becomes a thing of the past. Food addiction and food obsession become a thing of the past. And this is so, so possible for you. So if you want to learn more about how to cultivate this internal state of okayness, this internal state of ease and comfort inside, I highly recommend that you download my Freedom from Food Addiction Clarity Guide. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. This guide goes way more into what actually causes that internal state of discomfort and dis-ease and what you need to do in order to get on your path of cultivating that state of ease and comfort. And for those of you who are wanting to possibly get my support in having that freedom from anxiety or from food addiction or food obsession, I will leave another link in the comments for you to schedule a call with my team where we can hop on a one-on-one call with you and really make a plan for you to have exactly that. So now you know 2 powerful techniques for eliminating anxiety in the moment and the secret to being rid of anxiety for good. So if you got some value here today, please do give this video a like. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time.